For the do now, we're going to need you guys to work with your elbow partners, and you will have a discussion. You'll talk about your answer to the question, waffles or pancakes. Okay, if one had to be eliminated from existence, which would you keep and why?
No, waffle, I just put it on. Pancake here, like cookies.
You put the same thing on waffles.
Yes, you're going to need to write it down because that's what's being recorded. That's what's being voted. Okay, guys, discuss with the elbow partners. Which is more important. Just take a few minutes. Make sure you guys write it down because that's what's going to be voted. Waffles and pancakes, so make sure you guys write it down in the square because that's how it's going to be voted. I have a pen.
That's fine.
Okay.
Where? I need it charging up here, then I'm waiting for you. You can charge it, but over here, away from you. Oh, wait. There's extra ones on that bottom right side by the blue track can. You can charge it, but it's easy to charge up there. Attach it to the black door. This waffles.
Dude, doesn't even charge nothing.
Yeah, it does. Just have to make sure that it's actually on the highway. It will. It's worked before. Let's try this. And then just put it face down.
Last time we didn't charge.
You just need to make sure it goes that way. Oh.
Okay, guys, just take a few more minutes.
No, I mean,
That's the last.
Make sure you guys write down your reasons because that's how you're going to be graded.
Okay. That's not all it is.
So waffles or pancakes and why?
so you just write 30 in the 90.
It's the same.
Oh, I see.
Okay, are we about finished?
What's 15 times 10?
Guys, yes.
15 times 10 is 150. What's that? 150.
What are you going to use it for?
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, wrap up the conversation. Bring it back to the front.
30, 15 minutes, 30, 15. So that's 15 times 4. 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15.
Okay, we all finished here, guys?
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. We're about to share what we discuss. Okay? Okay, so after your conversations, can we hear a little bit about what you guys talked about?
Waffle. I like pancakes.
And why? Isaac, why? Hey guys, we have somebody talking about it. Because pancakes are better? Yes, Jonathan. Pancakes? Are waffles fluffy? Anybody else? Mikhail, did you have something to share? Waffles or pancakes, and why?
I like waffles, because like they're just good.
Okay. Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we suck it up. Butter as well, right? It holds that butter well. Okay, anybody else? No? Okay, so right now we're going to record who actually won. Oh, I'm sorry, McDale. I saw that hand. Do you want to share? No? Okay. Okay, so right now we're actually going to record who won for the classroom, pancakes or waffles. By hand, by show of hands, who chose pancakes? Only 6, 7, 8? Not for this purpose. So we got 8, 9. Okay. So you got 9 for pancakes. And how about waffles? How many for waffles? That should be the rest of us, right? Was that everybody? I think we got 13. All right, so 13 to 9. Let's see, this is not cooperating with me, but. And 9 pancakes. So is that all the people that we have in the class? Did everybody vote? Okay, so waffles it is, right? Okay. All right, so go ahead and make sure you put in that information because that's how your paper is going to be graded. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and move on to the homework. Was everybody able to complete the homework? No? Okay. For those of us who did, was there any questions or anything that you guys would like to go over? One, 3, and 5? One, 3, and 5. Anything else? Yes, Lucy. Number 9. Okay. Number 11. All of them? That's what it looks like, huh? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started with number 1. Angie, can I have you read number 1, please? No? Sorry, can I get a volunteer to read number 1? Okay, Lincoln, please.
Let FA be the average grade in secondary math 1 after completing an A assignment. Explain the meaning of F30 equals 92.4 the context of the situation.
Okay, thank you. So what it tells you is let F of A be the average grade. Okay? So if F of A is the average grade, how would you guys write that out? Sorry, it's gonna take a little while for me to get used to this, so just bear with me. So if F of A is the average grade, do you remember from yesterday what F of A also represents? Little review. I'm sorry? No, but what does F of A represent? Yes. It is F of X, but also what does F of A represent? It is the Y, yes. Okay, but it's also the output. Okay, so if they're telling you F of 30 equals 92.4, can you tell based on the way that that's written what 92.4 represents? It's the average grade, exactly. So what does A represent? It's the assignments, right? And how many assignments did we have? 30. So basically what this is asking you to do is explain that F of 30 equals 92.4. And now that you know that 30 is the amount of assignments and 92.4 is the, again, it's the average grade. So the way you want to write that out is, can somebody express that in, terms of a sentence? Who did the homework? Who completed the homework? So what did you write down there for number 1, Lucy?
I wrote the average grade for 30 assignments would be 92.4.
Exactly. The average grade for the 30 assignments is 92.4. Bless you. Okay. So the average grade for 30 assignments Okay, let's go. Okay, it's not cooperating. Okay, so the average grade for 30 assignments is 92.4. Can everybody follow that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try not to write it then, since it's having such difficulty. Okay, so if that's how you figure out number 1 based on what the information that they gave you, how can we start number 3? Can Pascual, can you read number 3 for me, please?
Let GF be the amount of money error makes in dollars after X individual explain the meaning of G54 equals 662.73
in the context of the situation. Thank you. So again, what is it saying that G of X represents? Or what are they trying to find? It's the amount of money, right? Okay, so if you write the equation the way they have it there, G of 54 equals 662.73 cents. Can you tell what the amount of money that they made is right off the bat based on what that paragraph told you? What does it say right there? G of X equals the amount of money. And what is the equation that they give you? G of 54 equals 662.73 cents, right? So how much money did they make? Anybody? Thank you, Cash. $662.73 off of how many people? 54. So how could you express that if you're going to write that down?
54 people paid a total of 662.73.
Exactly. So basically what they're going to say is Airborne makes $662.73 off of 54 students. So let's see if I can write this out. It's going to take a little while. So Airborne makes, because that's what they were asking you to find out, right? How much money they made after X individuals. $662. Ran out of room. 73 cents. From how many individuals? 54 individuals. So are you starting to see how we can begin to express that? Diego, you have a question? It should be okay. I think we have a pass here. Yeah. So can you see the pattern here of how we're going to begin to express that based on the information that they give us? Okay. Can I get someone to read number 3 for me, please? Anybody? Cash, go ahead. Thank you.
Let HT be the height of the baseball from the ground.
Real quick, sorry, don't mean to interrupt. Is it HT or H of T?
HFT.
H of T, thank you.
Alright, HFT. In feet, 2 minutes after being hit into the outfield, explain the meaning of H of 1 equals 48 in the context of the situation.
Okay, so how can you begin from this point based on the last 2 problems? Does anybody want to take a guess? Does anybody know? Okay, how about we just, yes, go ahead, Cash.
Out of there's one baseball, first of all,
There is one baseball, exactly.
and then
And they're just asking you about that one baseball. Go ahead.
it's 48 inches off the ground.
Inches? Or does it say,
48 feet?
well,
That would be 4 feet. Good.
remember what you read? What did it say? HT is the height of the baseball in feet. So they're saying 48 feet. So if you write this the way that it's presented, H of T equals the height of a baseball and then they tell you H of 1
Oh, I thought that's different inches.
sorry y'all. Erase. So if they tell you H of 1 equals 48, do you know the height of the baseball? Are they giving it to you? What's the height of the baseball?
48 feet.
48 feet. And what does that 1 represent?
The amount of baseball.
The amount of what?
Baseball.
It tells you. David, go ahead. Did you? It's the minute, exactly. So it's telling you that in feet per minute, or in feet minutes after being hit into the outfield. So what that's saying is after 1 minute, the ball is how high?
48 feet.
48 feet. So how would you express that? How could you write a sentence out of that? Does anybody want to take a guess?
After 1 minute, the ball is 48 feet in the air.
Exactly. Thank you, Cash. So let's see if I can write that. After 1 minute, the ball is 48 feet in the air. Okay, any questions about that? Yes, sir. When the pass gets back. Does everybody understand how that came about?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no other questions, we will move on. Somebody did say all of them, correct?
No, we're not gonna have enough time.
Okay,
for that
yeah,
one.
that's
So
right.
Go ahead and suggest either looking at number 9 or number 10. Both of them are dealing with X numbers. Let's try number 11.
Okay. Okay, so first off, can somebody tell me what it means when there's a number next to a variable? You multiply, exactly. So when you see a 7x, you're multiplying by whatever value x is. Same with 5x cubed. Okay, are they giving you something to find, something to solve?
Yeah.
What are they asking you?
H is 5.
Find h of 5, correct. So if they're telling you to find h of 5, where do you think you plug that 5 into?
The X.
Which one? Both of them, exactly. Does everybody follow that? If they're asking you to find h of 5, then you need to plug that 5 into all of x's, because you see, you replace that x there with the 5. So you have to do it on both sides with all x's. So how does that look? 5 times 5 cubed minus 7 times 5 plus 22. Can somebody tell me what 5 cubed is or what it means? Yes, Cash. It's 125. So you got,
How did you do that? What's the math involved to get that answer?
I mean, it would be, 5 times 5 would be 25, and 25
times another 5. Exactly. Did everybody follow that? 5 cubed, 125.
Yeah.
You don't cube both 5s. You only cube the one that is attached to the x. And what's 7 times 5? 35. So you have that minus 35. Okay. Do you would do anything to this 22? Not yet, right? Okay. So moving down to the next level. What is 5 times 125? 625. And if you have a negative 35 and a positive 22, what would that equal? Negative 35 plus 22. Jonathan? No? Okay, well, what do you do with that? You have, yes, Angie? Okay, no worries. If you have a negative 35 and you have a plus 22, imagine 35 minuses and 22 pluses, and they each cancel one another out. What would you have left? 12 what? Is it 12?
What do you have more of?
Is it,
Do you have more negatives or more positives?
is it 12?
So it's negative 12.
12 minus 25 and 22? You're close. You're close.
Is it 13?
Yes, exactly. Negative 13. So 625 minus 13? 612. So that's the answer. That's what they're looking for. Have we seen these types of problems before?
Yeah.
Yes, Mikhail, where have you seen this type of problem? Yesterday? And where else? Anywhere else? Well, you're plugging in a value for x and you're solving based on what x is, right? We did this last week, maybe even 2 weeks ago. It was on your test. It was on your review. Okay, so I believe that if we actually understood what they're asking for, it'll be a lot easier for you guys to solve these problems. So it's very important just to read specifically and understand what they're asking you to do. Okay, there's no reason just to plug that H5 into one of those X's and then try to solve for X. They're already telling you what X is. You just need to plug it in and then find that value. Okay? Any questions on that? No, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at solving some equations by isolating the variable. Same type of thing. We're just going to get a little bit of practice from this. So guys, when we begin solving equations by isolating a variable, what's the first step that we do? Does anybody remember, Joe Franco? Combine like terms? That is a step, but what's the very first thing you do? How do you even know you have terms?
Oh, the target.
Exactly. What do you circle?
The N. Wait.
Well, I'm going to do number 2 for you guys, and then we'll do 1 and 3. But for number 2, what would you circle? You'll circle the V's. What else do you do? What else is a part of the first step?
The line between the.
Exactly, between the equal sign. Draw that line down. Now, somebody mentioned like terms, combining like terms. Do we see terms that we can combine?
Yeah, the 2 circles.
And in the 2 circles, what do you have?
5B
And if you have to, it's 7V. Thank you.
Amy's helping me. I'll go there.
Not even. Sorry.
Okay. So if we bring everything down,
I did.
you have a new equation of negative 12 equals 2 plus 7V. What is the next step?
Subtract
Yes, but you do the inverses, exactly. Why would you subtract 2 from both sides?
because they're the two's next to the 7.
Exactly. You eventually want to get it by itself, right? So get rid of that first number, you subtract 2 from both sides. What's negative 12 minus 2?
Negative 10.
Let's think about it. Negative 12 minus 2.
10.
Oh, bro. Negative 14.
What?
Negative 14.
Negative 14, exactly.
I have a
Ah,
ticket for one of your students.
okay. Yes, he said. Thank you. Okay, so negative 12 minus 2 is what?
It's too hot in here.
It is. Thank you. I agree. We just said it. Negative 14. Okay. Now on the other side, those 2's cancel out. And you're left with 7V. Can anybody solve for V for me?
I'm not just stay quiet this way. I'm not.
What is it, David?
Honestly.
5 by 7? Divide by 7, and what's the answer? So, what do you divide by 7? Where? On both sides, exactly. So if you're dividing by 7 on both sides, what does V now equal?
I'm not just stay quiet.
Close. Negative 2, exactly. Exactly. Were you guys able to follow that? Yes, McDale, thank you. Was this table, were you guys able to follow that? I know my writing's all over the place. I apologize for that, but as long as you're able to follow it. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys practice 2 of these really quickly. Number 1 and number 3. Go ahead and take a couple minutes to try to get those completed, and we'll move on.
If you are stuck and you're not sure, this is the time your hand is going up and you're like, I need help. I need help. Gotcha? Yes. Let me get back to you.
Oh, yeah. Right here.
One already.
One and three. Yes.
You don't want to. So you want to. I need to also these are. Please, What'd you get from Costco? This is like salad, a nugget, and a burger. That's all you can. Yeah, fries. How about that? And then I was like yes, it's that.
That's how you contest it. Mr. Isaac.
You technically added.
Okay, are we close up? Did you have questions? Want to start? That's okay, we'll go over it. But can you combine these like terms? If you have 4 N's and you have 2 N's, you subtract them, how many N's do you have? 2 N's, exactly. So since there's no exponent here, there's at the same variable, you can add or bring those together. So you have 2 N equals 4. And then how would you get that N by itself? You would have to, if you have them together, you put them together, what they do. Are they be added together, multiplied together, and divided? This is square Are we wrapping up those two problems? You guys able to get it?
She didn't pay for it. If I paid for it, she can.
Alright, Mr. Goodman, we are running out of time.
Yeah, she bought it for it.
Okay, guys, were you guys able to get number 1 and number 2? Does anybody have any questions on number 1 and number 2?
It's crazy how many people
I didn't know. I'm gonna do this one.
Yes, sir.
It's a racist.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and discuss these problems.
Exactly.
Move on.
Would it be? Oh, yeah.
Okay, real quick, do we have any answers for number 1? Mikhail? What did you get?
Oh, no, I just.
No worries. Angie? N equals 2. Does everybody agree? Does that work out? Awesome. Okay, number 3. McDale? Oh, sorry. It looks like you're raising your hand. David? X equals 0. Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have any question about how that came about? No. You don't agree? What'd you get? You got X equals 6? 0. Yes. Yes, that's right. Okay, so we're ready to move on?
That was it?
Yeah, that was it. Unless you guys need to discuss how we got there. No? Okay.
Which one's homework?
We're actually getting into our agenda right now.
I'm gonna, let's call it.
Okay.
Because our